So and a friend just asked me to answer a question that she had around, whilst you're someone who is like going through this work, really like a coach or a healer, or someone who's going through this stuff, and a coach and a healer. So someone who is both facilitating and supporting other people in group or one-to-one sessions, and at the same time doing their own healing, awakening, opening, spiritual awakening, trauma healing stuff. What happens on those days where like the trauma engulfs you so much but you have sessions on, and what do I do and what do I think? I mean, first of all, I don't even have anyone doing one-to-one sessions with me right now. I'm still in a place where I don't really want to, because there still feels like there's too much pressure. Like I put too much pressure on myself to try and make something happen in the sessions. And feel some guilt about taking money if I show up and I don't do the right thing. So having said that, as I say that out loud, it's a lot less than it used to be. It's a lot less than it used to be, and I think part of the reasons for that is running the meditation group I ran in Nashville, and it was free, so I didn't feel any pressure that I was taking from anyone. There was like, people were just showing up, and if I could provide, then I could. If not, then no stress. And it's turned into something incredibly beautiful, and it's changed people's lives. People have said to me that when they started coming to the meditation group after 3 or 4 sessions, they stopped going to therapy, and that the meditation group has been way more healing than anything they've ever done. Not to say that other things aren't better for other people, but it's a really special space. And the reason it was special was because I showed up every week. Well, 2 things. The weeks that I showed up, most weeks when I showed up, I was super honest. I had an abortion, I think a month and a half into running the meditation group. I had an abortion, and I showed up and I shared that. I didn't share it with people, like close friends and people at home, but I shared it with that group, and that set people free, and just set me free, just being able to be completely freaking honest about all the things I was feeling about myself, about my husband, about being a mom and wanting to be a mom, and how it worked with my family, and just go into the depths with people set me and them free. And I didn't try and be, and I actually, for the first 6 to 12 months, I was often like, okay, I'm just going to be honest because I don't know what else to do. I feel like I should be being a better space holder, or I should show up in a different way. I should be able to leave this stuff at home and come and be able to support people here and hold the space in a good way, right? Whatever the fuck that means. And it took me that time to realize that people didn't want me to be perfect. It didn't matter. There was no perfect, doesn't even make any sense. Me showing up just exactly as I was it worked the best, actually. And so my answer, I guess, is it really depends moment to moment and person to person. I think now I might be able to take one-to-one clients on, but I don't think I would want to do long term. I think I'd want to be like, okay, kind of setting up in my head, okay, I'll have my calendar open 2 days a week between these times, and set myself the knowing that would happen. But I don't really like doing that because I don't know what I'm going to feel. So there'd have to be some sort of understanding in the booking system or whatever, that if if I choose to cancel, then I can cancel. If they choose to cancel, they can cancel. Now, the beauty for me is that I'm not doing this for money, and if I did charge money for it, then I wouldn't be bothered about losing out, and therefore I could say you can cancel up until the point of the appointment, and I would just be honest. I'm a human being, and I'd rather know if something is going to happen or not, but I also understand if you really aren't sure and you just either have something else come up or like just can't very like at the time of, then I'm good. Like, I'm good. My life's pretty chill and flowy anyway. So people cancelling, that's not a big deal for me. And me cancelling, because it has to be okay that I cancel. And that's the fear. The fear that this friend had was, what if there's a day that I'm not okay and I have to show up for other people? And the truth is, there's two things. You don't have to show up for other people. There is no requirement other than the requirements that we put on ourselves and the system that makes us think we have to show up for other people all the time. Like, it can be so healing for us to say, why? Like, no, I'm just going to do what I want. If it's a no, it's a no. And if people don't like that, then I'm going to have to deal with that. And if I don't want to deal with that, then that's something I can look at, and notice, okay, I didn't cancel it and it was okay, but I went against my internal knowing. Like, it went okay can still be went against self. And you can still know that something went well and helped someone, but maybe I don't want to do that next time because I felt this like, ugh, I took myself out of myself. I had to push, and I don't want to push if I don't need to push. I can't tell you how many times cancelling one-to-ones with clients, and I used to cancel meditation group some weeks, and I have had earlier in my life a tendency to lie instead of just saying, I'm really sorry, I just don't want to go, it's not the right day for me, because I feel like, and I have been manipulated into or pushed into saying, well, that's not good enough. Not wanting to is not good enough. And I disagree. Not wanting to is plenty good enough. And so it was really edgy for me with clients and with the meditation group to say, I really, really just don't have it in me today. There were times when I was sick and I would want to push through, but I didn't. And sometimes it gave the opportunity for someone else to take that. And every time that I have cancelled and I've been honest about why I'm cancelling, that is a gift in itself. That's me being generous to myself. That's me, and that's me being generous to the other person, because the truth will always set us free. I don't know how this phrase is not said like 24/7. The truth will set us free, and so the truth will set you free. The truth sets us free. Including if that person doesn't like it, you can point that out to them. Hey, I know you don't like it, but I have to do what's right for me. Why is it not okay for you that I do what's right for me? What in you doesn't do what's right for you? Who's been pushing you to do things? What belief system is there that's holding you to believe that I've just done something wrong? Why is it not okay? If you think it's not okay for me to be kind to myself and honor what I want and what I don't want, like, what's that about? So I feel like maybe I could do one-to-one sessions now a bit easier for a couple of reasons. I don't feel like there's anything I can do for anyone other than like be with them, point things out, spend time with someone, love them, be totally okay with everything that they're telling me, and then them seeing that they're not okay, and that's showing them. That seems cool. That seems fun. I do that anyway. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay to do whatever you want to do. And it always comes back to noticing. Just notice. Just notice what the idea of doing that makes you feel. Am I allowed to do that? Why am I using the word allowed? Allowed according to who? Where's this rule coming from? Where's this story? Where's this belief? What's the belief? Am I judging that I have that story? Am I judging that I have that belief? Just notice, 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 notice. Suzanne, in one of her videos I was watching the other day, was talking about how she doesn't like using the word awareness because the spiritual world has kind of like taken it, and it has these connotations, and it has this like floaty, spiritual, ethereal, like it means something, and more than just what it does, which is being aware of, noticing something. So just notice, look, be aware of whatever it is. Just notice what you're feeling, and that's notice a feeling, notice a story, and something will happen from that. You don't even have to do anything. When we notice something new, either something shifts straight away or it shifts eventually. That's the beauty of this thing. You don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. We could do a one-to-one, you and me, and there's nothing I have to do, and there's nothing you have to do. It's just the two of us sitting together. And to see what comes of that. Yeah. See you on the next one. Just realised I'm not quite done. And it makes a difference where you are on your process. There is no correct answer. There is no easy, obvious choice. There's just what you can and can't do right now. Maybe I did say that before, but it feels like it needs saying again. Different days, different seasons will call for different things. So don't let anyone else tell you. You see what you're tending towards. If you're tending towards no, then don't do it. If you're tending towards no, but I should, okay, cool. Don't do it and feel the should, or do it and see what happens and feel the should. There's no right or wrong. Shoulding isn't wrong, it hurts. Me. I get hurt when I should myself. But there's always just what happens and then a learning from what happens. Not even that, but that's what seems to happen to the human, is that in the body mind, is it doesn't matter which you do, you can't get it wrong. If you don't do it and you feel contracted and you feel, but I really want to, do it. Cool. If you're feeling contracted by not doing it and there's like, I really want to, but you can't, then you won't. And that's okay as well. It really doesn't matter whether you do or don't. And provided that you are, there's the assumption that you are, trauma-informed and you have integrity and you are being open and communicative with your clients and their needs and knowing what kind of sessions you're doing and how much support those clients need. It's really moment to moment, person to person. There are some people who I wouldn't do the ad hoc, like, oh, we'll book a session and if either of us can't make it, then cool. There are some clients that need more than that, which means I'm not the person for them because I can't give more than that, and that's cool. I'm so okay with what I can and can't do that I'm cool with saying no to someone. Hey, you need someone else. And they'll know it, because if I'm honest about what I can and can't do, and someone says, or even if whether they say or they don't, but if you can feel they need more, they need a full commitment. And some people can fully commit to shit. I can't, because I don't know where I'm going to be, and I'm still in the process where some days I wake up super happy and within an hour I'm like tumbling, I'm crying in bed. I have no idea. And I had to stop working with people because I had the idea that I had to be okay. I had to be okay to hold space for other people, and which meant that I couldn't let myself go to the depths that I wanted to go to. And it was a priority for me to be able to go to the depths that I knew I needed to over making money and helping other people, because I also knew that I wasn't fully being able to show up for other people when I wasn't able to show up fully for myself. So I had to show up fully for myself first, and I knew in time, I hoped in time, that would mean that I could fully be there for others. And I'm very lucky, very privileged. Is that true? I don't know. The situation is that my husband makes enough for both of us, so I don't have to worry about money. So I can, which is cool, because I can then clear the money issues and just see it for the other pieces of it. If money is something that's there, that's just another piece of the puzzle, and it might mean that your journey is different to mine. But that's not wrong, that's not bad. Sometimes you might have to push through things, but there's nothing wrong with pushing through. It just will create a different outcome. Nothing right or wrong, and it might speed it up, might slow it down in different moments, perception of speeding up and slowing down, but that it might look like that. It might appear as slowing down or appear as speeding up in different moments. It might create more pain and suffering. And sometimes the more suffering we have, the faster we wake up. We're more aware of our suffering if we're going down this process. Then if we're more aware of the suffering, then we can wake up faster. But sometimes actually we need safety and quiet, and to just go slow and steady, and that the slow down to speed up. Slow is smooth is fast. So it's really dependent, and only you will know where you're at if you are in a position to do that, and which clients that feels good with. But you can only find that out by trying. I knew that I had to stop because I'd been working with clients and I knew how I felt, and I was seeing what was happening. I was noticing what was happening, and I knew what I need because I was seeing what was true, what was real, what was there. It wasn't based on an idea, it was based on what was going on, or the appearance of what's going on. Yeah. Okay, really, I'm done now. See you on the next one.